Hey guys, so today I'll be doing another monthly sketchbook tour, and today we'll be covering the month of February. So some of you may know every Monday I do Monday Merms, which is basically what it sounds like. Every Monday you draw a mermaid, and I do Fairy Fridays, so every Friday I draw a fairy. So you'll probably see quite a bit in here. So this mermaid is looking for treasure, or at least I wanted her to be. The anatomy is not as I wanted it to be, but with all these sketchbook drawings, daily drawings, I hope to get better, so that's kind of the point of what I'm doing the daily doodles for. So let's go to the next one. Also, I didn't exactly include like everything in here. I did try to draw in the sketchbook every single day, but some days I didn't have it, or I was drawing on a separate piece of paper. So like some things on Instagram and some things on here are different. There's a lot of things that are exclusive only to the sketchbook. So the second one, yes, I was going for more color because I noticed in all my Instagram photos previous, there's a lot of black and white, and it kind of looked like Inktober, where I did a lot of just black and white, or black ink on white paper, and I guess it was looking kind of plain. So I got these new pens. You've seen them before, the Stabilo pens, and I just chose a random color and used that to inspire my next drawing. So I got red, and I was thinking kind of like cherry blossoms. I wanted to work a little more on poses, making it a little more interesting. It's not very dynamic, but I do like how it turned out. I did want more simplistic style, so the eyes aren't as detailed as they usually get, and the legs too. I just came out with this kimono kind of dress, and I really like big bows, so that's why she has it. Alright, next one. I don't really know where I was going with this one. I did have a project for a class where we had to like manipulate different images and make it like symbolize something, and my concept is kind of similar to this. It's just you don't see her face, it's her back, so maybe that's what I was going off of. I don't really remember. This one was on the 4th of February, so the 3rd of February picture is not in here. Next picture. Oh. The next one, I did the same thing. I just chose the color and I worked with it. This one was, I guess, like gem inspired, like Steven Universe, but didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. So later that day, I also realized that it's Fairy Friday, and on Fridays I draw fairies. So I drew this one, and I actually really like how it turned out. I did choose the color. It's more of a lime green than a leaf green, as it seems to show up in the camera. But this pose I totally just made up like on the spot, and I drew it on the spot. And usually I don't do very dynamic or intertwining poses, so I was quite happy with how this turned out. It's probably one of my favorite ones. Plus the wings are inspired by Firefly Path. If you know her, she makes like amazing wings and amazing dresses. And there's also another one, I forgot the name, but I follow them on Facebook and they make really, really pretty wings. And I really like wings as well. There's a lot of things I like. Alright, and the next one is this bow braid. So this one I just made up randomly, really quickly, and just inspired by different hairstyles I could try out. Next one is this one. So my idea for this one was to draw a body with as few lines as possible, and it doesn't seem like there's that few lines, right? But I started off with the face, and I can draw faces pretty quickly, but I wanted like, I guess, a curvy kind of figure, so the back line was the most important one, and then I was experimenting with the shoulders and the arms, and I do like how they turned out, and the legs as well. Alright, next one is a mermaid, because it was Monday, and this one was inspired by koi fish, and also the colors that I picked up. Same thing as the last one, not the last mermaid, but the last picking of colors is because my Instagram's pretty black and white. Like this one is black and white. So just adding more color into my life. Oh look, another black and white one. So this one is my character Pearl, and she has this thing where it started where she always wears heart leggings, and I don't know why, but it's just become a thing. So if you see any character in heart leggings, it's probably her. And I guess I made her have this typical braid ponytail thing, so that's kind of her too. The next one, this one I did last minute on the day because I forgot to draw in here and I forgot to draw in general, so I kind of just whip out stuff when I'm in a rush. So I usually draw chibis, and this was one of them, and I really like to do face paint. If you haven't seen my other videos or my other doodles, I really like elves with face paint and I guess ponytails, because there's another one that I did. Let me go get it. So there's another one that I did that's kind of similar to this one, and let me go ahead and try and find it. It was in my Inktober right here. She's not an elf, but she does have face paint, and she has a similar ponytail, and she has body paint. Doesn't that look familiar? So yeah, I have similar concepts in most of my drawings, unfortunately. Next one is Judy with my bunny Tommy, and I really like how Judy turned out. This day I just started watching all the Zootopia trailers, and I just kept watching them, and I really like Judy's concept design. Even though I haven't watched the movie yet, I got her Tsum Tsum and I got her Infinity figure, but she's really pretty and she's really cute, and I thought it'd be a cute idea to put her with my own bunny. Although he's probably not that tiny, I thought it was fun to make a comparison. So the next one is another fairy, and this one, same concept. I chose a color and worked with it. I wanted to make her a little bit different from the others, and the pose was just experimenting. A lot of the poses that you see are me trying to make more dynamic and different poses compared to my typical like stand there and look pretty poses. So for most of them, I'm trying to experiment with body shape, anatomy, and like dynamic posing, making them different but also interesting at the same time. So that was what this one was, and I try to go for the S curve, and the S curve is actually pretty difficult for me because when I use it, I do the same pose at the same time, like a lot. So this one was definitely different for me to try out, and the wings, I guess they're kind of just inspired by the same people. I'm not very creative with wings, so bear with me. And the clothes are kind of inspired by Barbie, Fairytopia, and Tinkerbell, so I kind of just mix all my interests in one and put it into my drawings, so you'll see a lot of that too. Next one is a superhero, and look, she has the same hairstyle as a lot of them. And what kind of inspired me was the fact that I wasn't finishing my homework, and I guess Miraculous Ladybug, since she is a superhero, I really wanted to draw a mask, and I was also trying out different styles. So this one, I try to make it more stylized than my quote-unquote anime style. I don't really claim my style as anime style. It's more of a mix, I believe, between cartoon and anime. But this one I was trying to go for more stylized, as you can see, like curvier shapes, I guess. Curvier body parts. And the face was a little more stylized, but I didn't venture as far out as I wished I did. So you'll see in future ones. I think the next one is actually me trying to be a little more stylized, but it might not work as I hoped it would. So this one was for Valentine's Day. Oh, zoom out too far. And she's kind of short. Yeah, she's shorter than I thought she would be. I think it's because I made the top part and then I didn't really think about the rest. So I suggest doing the framework first, or at least, you know, the pose and stuff first before everything else. Because if you can see, she's only like 4 heads tall. She's not very tall, and she's not very proportionate. Yeah, I made a different Valentine's Day one. You saw the video. You know. If you didn't, you can go see it. Alright, and then this one is the mermaid one. And the reason why I drew it this way was because I was on Instagram and one of the people I follow, she draws extremely voluminous hair. And I wanted to get the same effect, but I didn't. But I will practice until I do. So yeah, I really wanted to just draw voluminous hair, and then the color was kind of last minute. The design is kind of like typical mermaid. I don't really venture out too much on the mermaid diversity scale because I still don't know what other mermaids look like. So I need to experiment more with changing up the style, changing up how they look, because this is like my typical go-to mermaid style, like the 2 fins and the aerial thing and like a bandeau. So yeah, but attempting to do voluminous hair. This one was pretty fun to do. I got some new Sharpies, and as you can see, I was trying them out down here. And I got this one metallic one. And I haven't had a metallic Sharpie before, but it was pretty cool when I first used it until it stopped being metallic. So it was metallic like up to here, and then it stopped, which sucked. Because I think usually with metallic Sharpies, they would cover up the black lines, but these ones, they didn't. They didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But it was still fun, nonetheless. I just wanted to make something look a little more elegant. And I tried a different face view. I'm still practicing with this view. I haven't mastered like all the views yet, so that's just practice. Well, that's basically what all the sketchbook stuff is. It's just practice. Alright. This one was pretty fun to draw. I like doing the fluffy skirts, so I wanted to make something more fun and I guess vibrant. And the colors I got were like this neon green, and then I chose the other green just to shade it with it. And this girl in my class, she wore bright blue lipstick one day, and I thought it looked really cool, so I made my character have green lipstick. And as you can see, I'm going for more stylistic look. It's definitely different from my usual looks where my eyes are like based off of realistic eyes compared to cartoon eyes. So this is one of the experiments with style. And it's a little more simple than my usual style. So still practicing. This one, I don't really know why I chose to do hearts on this one. I just thought it was fun, and to put it like on her eye and stuff. For this one, I think I was like, I need to draw something, so, you know, draw something now. And I don't think I should think like that as often as I do, because when you think like that, you end up trying to force yourself to be creative. And I don't want to force myself to be creative. I would rather be creative like freely, you know? However, I do think that with this thought process, like I have to draw something today, because I made this commitment to draw every single day and to show you guys, it allows me to make the time to draw. So before I would say like, I don't have enough time, I have too much homework, I'm so busy. So I make so many excuses not to draw, but to draw something like this, which takes like 5 to 10 minutes, it allowed me to, you know, work on my skill and try to think of something really fast and quick and make it look okay, but also allowed me the time to draw every single day, even though I am busy, or even though I have a lot of stuff to do. It's like my relaxed time. And some people might see it that way, some people won't, but that's how I see it. So the next one, I didn't post the next few on Instagram because this was a night I was just experimenting with this new character I wanted to make. And she's inspired by, if you know Line Play, there's this pink hair that was in a gacha, and on the last day of the gacha, I finally got it, which made me so happy. And the hair kind of looks similar to this, where all the ends are curled inwards, and I thought it looked really cute. So I thought I would make a character like that. So this one is the first draft of what the character would look like. And if you can see, she kind of looks like typical my character. You know, they kind of look similar. And then I started to flesh her out a little more. So she's kind of like my ideal character, or at least like based off me, my ideal me, if that makes sense. So I do like pink hair. I don't know if I could pull it off, but she can pull it off, so why not? So she has pink hair, long pink hair, and she has the floofy skirt, and I wish I owned a floofy skirt like this. It'd be so cool. But I don't know if I could pull it off either. Basically, she pulls off anything that I cannot. That's what I made her for. And then she's kind of like cutesy but cool, I guess. And I wear these boots a lot, and I love these boots, but I thought having like big chunky black boots with the cute like fluffy skirt and a crop top shirt would make it like cool and cute at the same time. That's what I was kind of going for. I don't know if it worked, but I still have yet to flesh her out some more, so you'll probably see her eventually. Actually, she's in this sketchbook some more later on. But here's a chibi version of her. I just wanted to see how it would look chibi form. Some accessory designs, some different top designs, skirt designs. You know, just experimenting with outfits, because it's kind of fun to do that. The next one is a fairy. And this one I also did at nighttime because I forgot to draw. But this one's kind of inspired by dancers, or at least like a ballerina dancer, or something really cute, something kind of magical. And I added in the flowers last minute because I thought they would look really pretty and accentuate. And I also gave her short hair, if you noticed. She has short hair, unlike most of my characters that have really long hair. Yeah, like, I need to work on costume design. A lot of my costumes like end up looking the same, so that's one thing I like to work on as well. But the pose itself was fun to draw, and I also got this new posable doll that's like super posable, and it helps me a lot when drawing because you can put her like any pose and it works. I suggest you get it. It's a Barbie doll though. Alright, so the next one is a girl with a bunch of flowers. And on camera it looks pretty dark, but in real life the flowers are more like bright yellow rather than this yellow ochre, I guess. And this day I believe I was like stressing over homework, but I told myself, let's just draw something happy and something cute. And yellow is a happy color, so yellow flowers and happy girl means happy picture. So I drew her with a bunch of yellow flowers, and my caption was bright flowers for a brighter day, which is really cheesy, but I just wanted to draw something that might make someone else happy, and in turn it would make me happy. So that was my psychology for this, but I think it turned out okay. Alright, the next one It's the same character as before that I showed you, but I was experimenting with hair color. So this side's black and this side was supposedly pink, but I didn't shade it in. It's too lazy. And actually she looks kind of different. The reason why I was changing it up was because I wanted the character to represent me. And I have black hair, but the character itself has pink hair. But if I wanted this character to be me, because I'm proud of my black hair as well, I wanted black hair in it, but I also wanted pink hair. So I was like in a dilemma. So I was like, why not make it half? But I don't know if half works. I didn't try it out in color yet, so I'm gonna try and flesh her out a little more and see what she turns out to be like, what her overall end result character design will be. Maybe she'll have pink streaks or something like that. We'll see. We will see. Next one is, I guess I was thinking along the lines of Street Fighter. Just something really simple and exercisey, because I'm trying to exercise more. I mean, I say I don't have time, but as I'm recording this, I probably do have time. But yeah, this is to kind of motivate me. I don't think it worked, but yeah. Alright, this one is a mermaid. It's a chibi mermaid, because why not? And I was experimenting with different eye shapes, or at least a little different from, as you can see over here, my typical eye shape, how I color, how I draw it. And this one was afterwards, but one thing I do with the color and the black and white is I let the color emphasize or accentuate certain parts of the image that I guess like need to draw more attention to detail, I guess. So like her eyes are purple, but they're kind of cross-hatched over with black to make it more of a deeper purple. Then with the hair, she has this braid twist thing, so I used the purple for that because I thought that it would look cute to make the accent to her hair the different color. And then her bodice bandeau thing and her tail fin, which is again typical design, but you know, still working on it. And then these are just eyes that I sketched in class on break. And they do have the purple in them, but they're covered a lot by the cross-hatching of the black because I wanted to see if I could blend it out. Even though the pens don't exactly blend, I wanted to see if it would work. So it kind of worked. It kind of got lost, but still working on it. Still working on everything. Alright, and this one is me and Tomi, if you couldn't see already. And this one was a thank you on Instagram. I finally reached over 200, and it makes me really happy that I'm reaching out to more people and sharing my art to more people, because it's really fun for me to share my art and get feedback and to draw daily and have an audience that actually wants to see it. So that was really fun. And this is like my first copic drawing in the sketchbook because I'm too lazy to, do anything in the sketchbook. Yeah, so I actually used copics. I spent quite a bit of time on this one just because I wanted to make it look good. And the colors, because there were pink hearts in the background, I chose a mint green top. Originally, if I could choose, I would make it a pink top, but that'd be like overwhelmingly pink. And yeah, I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with pink, except for the next picture where she has pink hair. And it's that same character that I mentioned before. Still debating on color choices on both the skirt, the outfit, the socks. I just like grabbed a marker and it was blue, and then I colored it and I'm like, I don't like it. So I colored it with purple, but it didn't cover it, so it's blue. But I can always draw again. We'll see. We'll see for everything only. Oh, there's nothing there. Alright, this one is Fairy Friday. And I knew that I wanted to do this pose, but I didn't know what kind of wings I wanted. And honestly, I'm terrible at drawing wings. I'm terrible at making up new ones. So this is like really winging it. That was stupid. Okay. Yeah, I won the design. I just took a couple of pens that worked well together and I just started drawing designs, and that's how it turned out to be. It's okay to me. I don't know, it's not what I usually go for, but I think it looks alright. Alright, and this one is, if you haven't noticed, this is that pink haired character that I've been drawing a lot, and then this one is me. And I wanted to draw them both to like compare the two and see how they match up together. And you know how I said I think I wanted to merge the two personalities together because it's kind of fun to see the two sides of people, or you know, the multiple sides of people. So maybe I have more characters where they're all parts of me but they're all different. So that might be something that I'm going to do in the future. We shall see. No, we shan't see. Alright, so the next one, oh spoiler, is this deer girl, and this is going along the same thing of experimenting with poses and making them more dynamic, or different at least from what I usually do. She wasn't originally going to be a deer girl, but I didn't know what else to put her in, so I just made her a deer. There's no like deep meaning behind it. I don't even know why, but I just did that, and I think it looks pretty cute. Alright, and lastly, this was on Monday, and this is a mermaid, but she doesn't have a tail. But no one said that Monday mermaids have to have tails, so I just gave her like fin ears, and she has some fins on her arms, so I guess it kind of makes her a mermaid. And she has some scales too, but you can't really see it. I probably should make more scales. And I want to do this because of the hair, mostly. If you watch my last video, you'll know that I like to draw a lot of hair, and this was one of them. And then this one was a random sketch after class because animals are cute and I can't draw them, so practicing. So that concludes my February Daily Doodle Sketchbook tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be posting on the first Wednesday of every month with a sketchbook tour, so you will be able to see what I've been drawing the whole month. I do try to draw every single day in this specific sketchbook, or when I finish it in a new sketchbook, but anything other than in this sketchbook is just on regular paper or something else, and it's on Instagram. So if you want to see almost everything, it will be on Instagram, but everything in the sketchbook will be in the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me if you liked anyone in particular. My favorites would probably be the fairy that I showed earlier. This fairy is one of my favorites, along with this one. She's not a fairy. I think Judy is one of my favorites too, just because I'm really excited for Zootopia and I can't wait to see it. Oh, and the superhero one. I liked how the posing turned out on that one. And then my character, for obvious reasons. Oh, and these are my favorites too. This whole layout is my favorite. I have a lot of favorites this month, but I think that's good because it shows progress. So I suggest you guys do this too, or at least attempt to try and draw every day. I think drawing every single day has helped me improve in like slightly different areas. So like maybe my poses are getting a little bit better, or how I draw hands is improving, or how I shade eyes, you know? So different things, different little things definitely are improving throughout the month. I think at the end of the year, maybe I'll compare like my first and my last pictures to see how much improvement there's been, if there has been any improvement. Because I think a lot of my improvements are kind of subtle and you can't really tell where I improved, I guess. But we will see. It's only February. I mean, March. So, I still have a ways to go. But hopefully, we shall see some changes some good changes in the next monthly Daily Doodle sketchbook tour. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!